video, I'm going to build a backyard baseball team with a spending limit. It's the Backyard Baseball Budget Challenge. I like this challenge because typically you just draft Pablo Sanchez first and whoever else follows is irrelevant. But no, not today. Today we're giving some respect to some of the more unorthodox characters from the draft pool. We have a whopping $1,000 to spend, which may sound like a lot, but in today's economy, we're flat broke. Using this tier list as a reference, we'll have to construct a star-studded team within the confines of our budget. And without further ado, let's make our first pick. From the top tier, we're taking Pete Wheeler for $300.
I want to play baseball.
I know he isn't Pablo, and for $300, why not get the GOAT? But he's without question one of the best players in the game, with deadly speed. Welcome to the team. With 30% of our budget gone in a flash, we're going to start working our way down the tier list quickly. Skipping over Ahmed entirely, I want to get the next best thing. His brother, Amir.
Hey, I'm a racquetball player.
Pretty average across the board for half the price of Pete. Not sure if this is the best value or not, but we're going to make do. With pick number 3, I decided to stay in the $150 tier and find probably the biggest steal of the draft, Jocinda Smith.
Hi, pick me for your team.
Jocinda is excellent at batting and fielding, so as long as we don't put her on the mound or in a fielding position that requires speed, she should be one of our best players in today's game. Unfortunately, we've now spent 60% of our budget on 3 players, leaving us with $400 to split among our 6 remaining picks. Not good. If you told me we spent 60% of our salary cap on Pete, Amir, and Jocinda, I'd tell you we're in a lot of trouble. But luckily, we're finding steal after steal in this draft. At a $100 value, we're taking Maria Luna to be our 4th pick in the draft.
I'll play on your team, but I won't slide or dive or anything.
She's actually a stud all around other than pitching. So with the same strategy as Jocinda, she should be one of our better players. We drafted 4 players with a total expense of $700. But nonetheless, I want to stay in the $100 section and keep the theme of offense going with Annie Frazier.
Hi, I'm Annie Frazier. Pick me, and you won't regret it.
Having the exact same stats as Maria Luna, I won't spend a ton of time explaining our strategy. Welcome aboard. With 4 players left to go, we have $200 to spend. So let's just immediately cut that in half with the final player from the $100 tier, Mikey Thomas.
I like to play at sports.
If somehow you couldn't tell so far, offense is the main theme behind my draft today, and I think I'm doing a great job of sustaining that goal. But unfortunately, our lavish expenditures in building this roster are beginning to come back to haunt us. With 3 players left and $100 to spend, we've essentially relegated ourselves to the bottom of the tier list. So with our 7th pick, we'll finally address the pitcher's mound and select Ronnie Dobbs.
I can play real good, just like a big kid.
No comment. With only $50 remaining, picks 8 and 9 will both be from the bottom tier where the void of talent is obvious. Let's go with Lisa Crockett as our 8th pick.
Pick me, please.
Great. And with pick number 9, I decided to go with Billie Jean Blackwood to keep the offensive theme on track for our team. We did it! I've never seen $1,000 spent more responsibly in my life. Do I actually believe that? Not at all. But we're going to make it work with what we've got and get a win in today's game. First look at our team is going to be on the defensive side of the ball, starring our starting pitcher, Ronnie Dobbs. For being a tiny baby, the kid has a total cannon of an arm. Batter number 2 had an opportunity for an early hit, but let greed get the best of him when he rounded first without hesitation for an easy tag out at second. Our offense-heavy team is showing their true colors immediately to start this game. The silence of embarrassment is deafening. Okay. After a failed bunt attempt with 2 outs, questionably, it's time for us to show our muscle on the offensive side of the ball. And we did not disappoint. Without a moment to spare, Pete Wheeler smoked a ball down the right field line, proving he was worth every penny of his $300 price tag. 350 feet of pure home run distance gets us on the board 1-0. And we weren't done. Amir Khan took Pete's homer and said, guess what, buddy? I'll raise you. Deep left center and out of here. 403 feet, 2-0. Unfortunately, however, the inning came to an end as quickly as we scored our first 2 runs. With flyouts from Jocinda and Maria,
A long fly. And
a sneaky triple from Annie,
line back.
and another flyout from Mikey. Even our outs were impressive hits. I have a good feeling our offense is going to show out today. Inning number 2 started out with more of the same. A leadoff ground out to Ronnie,
Down the middle. Fires across the first.
followed by, you guessed it, a ground out to Ronnie,
Let's go free. Jump straight to the pitch. Fires across.
which followed by a strikeout from Ronnie. For $50, this kid is dealing.
I struck you out.
Yikes.
Neener, you can't strike me out.
Ronnie, you just said that on the mound. Whatever. I'm not sure if the young man is exhausted from 2 innings of pitching or what, but my God, can we unhitch the trailer and get to first?
That's an out.
No, we can't.
And it's a long walk back to the dugout.
The bottom of our lineup kept things moving with 2 singles from Lisa and Billie Jean, giving Pete an opportunity to bring home his 2nd RBI early in this ballgame. So far, I couldn't have asked for much more from Pete. He's really carrying this offense. The inning came to a quick halt with a grounder from Amir leading to a double play on a throw to home to close out inning number 2.
Out of there. And he stumbles. Man, it's an out.
It's tough not to let an out shake you up. These kids have to keep their cool.
The 3rd inning started off with Pete showing off his 4D chess brain, Gronk spiking the ball to bait the base runner into rounding first into the easiest tag out in history. The All-Stars are still hitless for now. A swinging bunt and some CPU manipulation got us out of the top half of inning number 3 without a blemish on Ronnie's ERA.
Got it. Chucks it to first. Saves it first. Quick throw to second. The throw to first base. The throw to second. Fires across the first. Say goodbye. He's out.
Old Stevie, on the other hand, won't be afforded the same luxury. Immediately starting the bottom of the 3rd, surrendering a bomb to left field from the steal of the draft, Jocinda Smith. 4-0 for the Fishes. Jocinda's home run song reminds me of the music from the Pacer test, and in a weird way, I totally dig it. Moving on. Maria and Annie kept the inning moving with the most bizarre string of events I've ever seen in the outfield, granting Annie her 2nd triple of the game.
And they've scratched out another run.
Unfortunately, 5-0 was all we'd get through 3 with a ground out from Mikey, a strikeout from Ronnie, and a fielder's choice from Lisa on a close play at the plate.
Slow roller, spinning, scrambler.
Looks like she tripped. Man, it's an out.
Onward to inning number 4. Regrettably. Ronnie's 21st pitch is one he wished he could have back. Russian spy Petra Chekhov hits a nuke to left center, ruining a perfect game, a no-hitter, and a shutout, all in one pitch. And our boy Ronnie was completely shook, dropping the ball on routine plays, falling down. The kid's a mess. Luckily, the team had his back and turned the most unbelievable double play in history. Jocinda is a stud. Maxed out fielding is no joke. 5-1 with our 4th at bat approaching, and this is where the game took a turn for the worst. I kid you not, I spent about 15 minutes just trying to get through our at bat this half inning. Billie Jean, homer. Pete somehow hits an infield double. I've never seen this in my life.
And I'm running.
Amir, RBI single, and we're just getting started. Hit after hit with run after run scoring. It was 10-1 before you knew it, and we were unstoppable. Even Ronnie is finding a way to get on base using a power-up at the plate. It's not like we're hitting home runs either. Most of these hits are just bloopers with runners in scoring position, resulting in a huge 17-1 lead. And before you knew it, someone finally had to break the dam. Annie Frazier crushes one opposite field for a 2-run blast. It's 19-1, and we've batted all the way through the lineup twice! Billie Jean has had 3 at-bats this inning alone. But finally, after a long-winded inning, it came to an end with a Pete Wheeler strikeout and this whole charade. The most embarrassing box score I think I've ever seen. And you can tell it's bad when the commentators are so bored, they just start telling a nonsense story to kill time.
Remember that Fishes game way back in early '97 when the whole playing field collapsed in a giant sinkhole and filled with water, and both teams had to put on water wings and finish up by playing water polo since all the baseball sank?
No.
I'm pretty sure you were there.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were. You had a pair of water wings too, and got a bad sunburn, and wouldn't share your popcorn.
Oh, that game.
Does this happen often in backyard baseball? I've never heard this. I was hoping we'd just breeze through the end of this game and end the video since our lead is so massive. But no. Rafael Hendricks ignited my competitive fire when he decided to nuke Ronnie Dobbs off the face of the earth in the top of the 5th. I was so disgruntled with Ronnie, I yanked him out of the game and put Lisa Crockett on the mound to close this one out. A modern-day Mariano Rivera with a somewhat disturbing way of responding to the catcher's called pitches. 2 pop-outs that Lisa took into her own hands, and we're on our way to our last at-bat. I would have just intentionally found a way to make this a 1-2-3 inning, but with that home run on the front of my mind, I decided it was time to run up the score. Amir gets things started with a leadoff home run to right field, and I could tell we were going to pick up right where we left off. Jocinda with the ground rule double.
And he advances 2 bases on a
And Maria telling her to come on home with an RBI triple. Up to the plate is Annie Frazier with a chance to complete the cycle with a single, and she did just that, bringing in our 22nd run of the game. Our lead is up to 20. With 1 out in the bottom of the 5th, Ronnie Dobbs placed a hex on the All-Stars with this missile to center right, which we'll just observe together in silence. This might be the slowest inside the park home run of all time, and probably the longest live play in baseball history. I know the CPU in backyard baseball is easily manipulated, but I've never seen this.
2 hours later.
They got another one.
I was finally satisfied with the game ending after Ronnie's revenge, so we closed out the top of the 6th with 3 quick outs and ended the game with the final score of 24-2. I'm not sure if this is the best team I could have possibly drafted with $1,000, but if we're playing the results, 24-2 is a demolition. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a like, a comment, and subscribing if you're new. The good thing about a video like this is the possibilities are almost endless, so if the feedback from this video is well received, I'll gladly make a sequel. But that's all I've got for this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.